now, welcome back after another evening of more technical difficulties and slightly underperforming computers on my players' parts. We're back. So now, what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue polishing characters. We got a little bit of polish that we need to do. So, and then we're going to actually hopefully get this campaign kicked off without any further technical difficulties. So, let us go to the players. And starting off at the top of the list, below my image there, we have Brian, who will be returning as his role of a new paladin called Sir Tristan Gray. And then we've got below that Kevin without any video because his webcam crapped out on him. So all we have is his lovely baritone voice to lull us into a deep trance. And then below that, for the first time appearing on video, we have Caitlin, Brian's daughter, who will be reprising the role, or taking on the role of Yara Firestarter. Oh, and then, of course, I forgot to mention that Kevin, in his baritone tones, is playing Mal Redbash. So, let us proceed with the polishing. Let's get these characters shiny. Yes, shiny. Well, wait a minute. Okay, that's funny that Kevin would say everybody likes shiny when he's playing a character that goes by the name of Mal. Maybe. Okay, so who wants to go first? I know. Caitlin's got a little bit of polishing she needs to do on her character, like hit points. Yes, the important things. The important things. So let's see. Do you have your? Do you have all your stats assigned, right? Yeah. What is your hit points bonus on your Constitution? Okay. Yes. Yeah, but I think we went through that last week because her Constitution's what was it 16? I think 15, and you get +1 per point above 14, which puts her at +2. She's on it. That's right. Snap. 3 snaps in the Z formation. You got pwned. Anyway. Let's see. Barbarians. Yep. 1 point per point over 14. Per point over 14. Wait a minute. That might be +1. Let me confirm. Let me look at the example. I think it gives an example. What was that? Yes, it comes through loud and clear. It's like we got Darth Vader over there. Haha. That works very nicely. Very nicely. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 2 hit points per point of Constitution over 14. So yes, it is +2. It was the dexterity where she gets the +1 or -1 per point of dexterity over 1 or over 14. So let us go ahead and have you roll that 1d12 and hope the dice don't treat you like your father has been treated all night tonight by them. Oh. All right, so we've got the 2 fate points. Do you want to spend one of those to try and re-roll that, or you know what? I'll even say you can spend the fate point to actually just make it max. So if you want to spend that and have an automatic 12 plus 2 for 14, it's on you. You only have one left, one PP left. Not on the one that you're using, no. $14. Yes, he had to roll the 1d10. It was like what, plus? Yeah, because you're not starting off as a 0 level cavalier and working your way up through it, at which point you get the 3d4 plus 3 or plus 1, whereas you get the 1d10 plus 3 plus Constitution bonus. Yeah. Hey, 7 is not bad on a d10. Oh, wait, or is that after your plus 3? Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you want to take it, spend it. You only get that one. By the way, Brian, I was thinking about it, and I was going over some stuff in the books, and your druid may have survived if you were like level 12 and just shape changed and ran. Maybe. Oh wait, or is it level 7? I think it was level 7. Yeah, you were saying that. Yeah, I feel you. All right. And Kevin is typing. So, all right. So then you're going to take the, spend the point, get the 10, plus 3, plus whatever con bonus you might have. Went from 7 to the abyss because all I see is black. And he's back. Okay. Welcome back. Yes. Okay. There you go. I believe so. Exactly. It would be nice if we could survive this game. At least more than 2 sessions. Exactly. All right, so do you have all your equipment, Yara Firestarter, of the hill people? Yeah, I still see here. I still see you all. I low all. I lord over all. Yeah, go ahead and refresh for him. Let's see. So, I think she can go studded because studded is considered a non-bulky. Yeah, I can hear you. What about you? Awesome. Kevin is low. Oh my gosh. You gotta love it. Okay, so, oh, that's right. I was going this way. Let me look at the armor real quick. I'm looking in the completely wrong location. There we go. So, studded leather is considered fairly, where leather is considered non. So, yeah, it has to be straight up leather armor. What's your dexterity? Yeah, so she has like a +1 to her reaction adjustment, I believe. Let us confirm. The Book of Ancient Secrets. Yeah, bonus to their armor class of 2 steps for every point above 14. If fairly or bulky armor is worn, the bonus is +1 per point. So, if she took leather, she would get +2. If she took studded leather, she would get +1, but the studded leather, I believe, boosts her by 1. So, yes, that is correct. Yes. So you can go with the leather. I'd say go with the leather. That is correct. Now, what kind of weapon were you going to use? One-handed battle axe with a shield, or just I'm pretty sure that, yeah, battle axe is a one-handed weapon. You're gonna use the shield. You're gonna like a Viking round shield or something. No. I'd like a battle axe, and then I'd like another battle axe. And could I have a battle axe mounted to my helmet? And then a battle axe mounted to my chest? And then I want some battle axes, like, strapped to my calves. And then I want, like, 5 attacks a round. I'll give you a big battle axe bear hug. I call this my armadillo attack. Oh, geez. The Ginsu? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, attack. Ooh, I crit on this one. And I crit on this one. No. Yeah. It was pretty sick. So yeah, so we got leather with a shield. You are looking at an armor class of 7. I would recommend a medium or large shield. Or, I'm sorry, a normal. If you do a normal shield, it works for 2 melee attacks per round. A large shield can be counted against up to 3 melee attacks per round, but a small shield would only use on the first attack against you. So if you're like wading into mass combat where like 7 people are attacking you, you only get it for like 2 or 3 if you go with a regular or large shield. There you go. That works. Did we get your saving throws last session? When we... Alright. Alright, gold. Where's me gold? We'll do saving throws in a minute. We can do that when we do everybody else's. Do we get your saving throws? Paladin extraordinaire? Okay. Oh. Yeah. Evil! Okay, starting... Yeah. It only talks about starting money in this book for the Cavaliers. Not for the Barbarians. So I will just say it's standard warrior starting. So 5d4 times 10. /R. /R. $5d4. Let's see, does it do times 10? So, let's try that. Yes, it does. Times 10 works. 5d4 star 10. It removed the stars when I typed it. Yeah. So /R space 5d4 star 10. I say star. Like I'm using a Commodore 64. Load, quote, star, close quote, comma 8, comma 1, run. You don't want my roll. It was a bunch of ones. $170. That's pretty good. She's a rich barbarian. A very rich barbarian. She got the same roll that I did. She just replaced all the ones with threes, so. Alright, so yeah, take away the cost of your armor and your shield and your axe from that, and then well, make me get out the book again. You think I'm like running this game or something? Jeez. Alright, so the leather armor is 5 gold pieces. The battle axe is 5 gold pieces. And the medium shield, or regular shield. Really? Because it only gives me the cost for a medium and a small and a large shield. A small shield is 10 gold pieces. A large shield is 15 gold pieces. So why don't we go with 12 and 5 silver? Do some math quick. What's the exchange rate? Is her gold pieces considered real gold pieces, or is it only barter items like bones and fur? Or salves? It's a cartload. It's a cartload. No, it's real gold. I'll say it's real gold. Let's see if we got anything here. No, it only has a buckler shield. So you know what? Let's just go 10. We'll consider, we'll just say 10. 10 gold pieces. So you've spent 20 out of your 170 so far. You have more than enough to equip yourself. Okay. Is it magic? What if you don't know it's magic? Okay. Yeah. I don't see why not. It's cosmetic. It's not like it's functional or anything. But yeah, but then she'd know it's magic and she'd have to destroy it. But here's the deal though. Would her hatred of all things magic trump her fashion sense of having the growling bear on her shoulder? Yes. Oh, I know this cloak is magic, but it just looks so awesome. It's like, I know this armor is cursed, but I love the spikes. I'm going to wear it anyway. All right. Should wear a GoPro and stream it for us. Now it's fixed. I'm so disappointed. So disappointed.
Every once in a while?
So I just pulled the classic blunder again of not turning on the desktop audio so anybody could hear you. So all of your witty one-liners was a private show for me. I love it. Everybody's like, why are you laughing? What's so funny? We can't hear anything, guys. You know, it's only been going for a while now. And 23 minutes of me talking to nobody. I'm so sad. Shh, don't tell Brian.
Oh no. They were talking about me, weren't they?
No. But you'll be happy to know that for the last 23 minutes, I've been talking to myself on the stream. The only people that could hear your witty and lovely conversation, and all the comments that have been so hilarious, have been me in my own private show. But it's fixed now. It's fixed.
All right, I'm going to refresh. I'll be right back.
All right, so what else do you need? Do you have boots? Do you have clothing? Do you have a backpack? Do you have sleep roll? Do you have blankets? Do you have a flint and steel with a tinderbox? Or are you just running around naked with, like, leather armor on, getting the chafy bits and whatnot?
You got me to laughing so hard I accidentally refreshed a second time.
Well, I think it refreshed everybody.
Okay.
So, all right. So, let's go through the list of just the generic stuff. So, do you have pants, or are you just wearing a loincloth?
Pants.
All right. I take it those are also leather pants.
Yes.
What kind of a barbarian are you?
Scary?
No. Remember what I asked you earlier?
Oh, yeah.
About where you came from?
Oh, what was that one place you said?
Oh, that was no. That's Forgotten Realms.
No. You were talking about it earlier, and I can't remember.
The Frozen North is Forgotten Realms, isn't it?
Yes. Let's see.
because that's also going to decide what her secondary skills are.
Yeah, secondary skill? What's the secondary skill?
It's a barbarian thing.
That's true. Let's see. Kevin, are you still alive? Are you back yet? I take it that's a no. Well, you know what? There is always the cold north of the Flyness. It's all barbarian cultures.
That works.
There's also, let's see, there's the wolf and tiger nomads. There's the rovers of the barrens. There's the hold of Stonefist. This far north pocket of barbarians have a couple of towns, but they are the more savage and brutal than most any barbarian culture in the north. Their battle rite of fitness is unique to the setting and shows how it is survival of the fittest in their land. Needless to say, the Stonefists are not loved by anyone. They are featured as bad guys in the module Howl from the North. Let's see, they're ice, snow, and frost barbarians. When someone mentions barbarians, these three mountainous countries are the first things that come to people's minds. They're the Viking analog, and deservedly so. They have their own rich histories and adventures. Also feature in the Fire Shall Be One, Howl from the North epic, plus other mentions throughout Greyhawk publications. I don't know. See, you sounded like you were interested in the frozen north kind of thing. So you could do that. Ice, snow, and frost barbarians. Which one do you want to be?
Snow?
There you go. You know nothing, Yara Snow. Okay.
Hello.
And he's back. Kevin,
Yes.
what do you have left on your character that needs to be done?
Oh, not really a whole lot. I need weights for some of my gear.
Okay. Speak, and thou shalt be revealed.
Okay. Short sword with scabbard.
Short sword is 35.
On the back somewhere.
Or 3.5 pounds. So it's 35 gold pieces. Because remember, everything in first edition is counted in gold pieces. Until you go to the Unearthed Arcana, and then I think in the different armor types, it starts listing it as pounds.
Alright, well, I forgot. I know I started out with like 100 gold, I think, and I'm down to 64. I didn't buy a whole lot.
Which is terrible because I started out with like 180 and ended up with 7.
Oh, I take that back. It doesn't. It's telling me the actual pounds of... yeah, in the armor and encumbrance expanded section. But it does give for the different
Tribal.
armors.
Common.
But it gives gold pieces for the weapons and whatnot.
And you can't read.
Dagger with scabbard.
Dagger. 5 gold pieces. No, 10 gold pieces, sorry.
1 pound. Okay. Large belt pouch.
Not in this episode.
Join us next week.
Sir not appearing in this film. Oh, speaking of which, We need to do this.
And see, I was going to ask if we met our quota yet, but we just did. So, we're good.
Yeah, you got that 1 an hour.
Is Kate froze for anybody else but me?
Nope, just you.
Just you. Do you guys hear the medieval town in the background?
I do. That's what I'm hearing.
Hi,
It's
Mary.
faint, but I can hear it.
I see your forehead, Mary.
They see your forehead, dear.
There she is. Okay. Okay, large belt pouch.
Let me see if
How
I've
funny.
got.
Let's see. Oh, we went over this before.
We've got it for 1.
I'm gonna say,
I think it was 1.
yeah.
I'm good with
Where was it? I saw this. This was. There was an actual table with this stuff that I saw.
Excuse me.
Yeah, call him back.
Okay, I'm good with calling belt pouch 1.
Yeah, it was not so
Especially large.
crazy. So we'll say,
right,
yeah,
fine,
1
just-
pound.
Okay. Leather armor.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Large belt pouch, 1 pound. Small belt pouch is 5 pounds, or half pound.
Half pound. Okay.
Leather armor is 150 gold pieces, or 15 pounds.
Belt.
A belt is 3 gold pieces in weight. So,
0.3.
1.3, yes. 0.3 pounds.
Cloak. Standard cloak
Cloak.
without the bear head.
Without a magical bear head that growls.
Would it make
Really?
a difference if it was a cloak with a hood?
Isn't a cloak without a hood a cape?
Well, that's right. Just trying to, clarify stuff here,
That's right, that's right. I'm going to say 5 pounds?
For a cloak?
Yeah, why not?
Sure. Boots, high, soft.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me. Boots, high, soft. Where are you, Boots? Boots. Lance. Boots, high, soft. 3 pounds, or 30 gold pieces.
3 pounds. Standard clothing.
3 pounds. Yeah, I'm gonna say 3 pounds for the cloak too.
Okay. I'll change it. Short bow.
Short bow.
Bow. Oh, come on. Silly.
Book number 2.
By the way, Coulter,
15 gold,
Yes,
so would that
yes.
be five?
instead of going in till 8:30, she's got to work till 9, so we've got till 9.
1 score cap.
Okay.
And then we'll do our
Um,
break.
Quiver.
It does not tell me. Isn't that lovely? I'm going to say
I've got
3 pounds.
quiver on here.
We'll say 3 pounds. Maybe 2 pounds.
Quiver, 1 score, cap is 12 silver, so yeah. I'm gonna say how much?
I'll say 2 pounds for a short bow.
2 pounds for a short bow?
Why not?
And then the quiver?
That's what she said. 3 pounds.
3 pounds. And 2 dozen arrows. I like to shoot things.
I like to run. Let's see. It's 2 gold pieces per arrow. So 5 is a pound.
So we'll just go ahead and call it 5 pounds.
How many arrows?
On Chrissy's?
2 dozen. 24.
And Caitlin's.
Yeah. We'll round
I'll
up. We'll say 5.
Yeah.
5
I'll call it
pounds.
5. That's fine. By the way, I'm changing my boots to high hard. The weight will stay the same, but I gotta check and see if...
You would think, but boots, hard boots go up 3 pounds to a grand total of 6 pounds.
Okay, fine.
That's right. Wow, we lost both Brian and Caitlin at the same time.
We both refreshed.
So is it an internet issue over there, or I mean, what's going on?
No, I wasn't hearing it.
Yeah, same with me.
Viral.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, basic... Well, let's go over here. How many attacks do I get?
With
A short bow.
2. 2 per round.
2?
2.
How about with a dagger?
1. Or unless you are weapon specialist with a dagger.
I haven't done that. Actually, I need to figure out that. I'll probably do specialist with the short bow.
Ooh.
Oh, well then that'll bump you up to 3 attacks per round.
And if I
Oh,
just
wait.
do a proficiency...
I take that back. Because this is telling me that a bow is 2 attacks around 4 weapon specialization.
So 2.
But when you look at the bow short... Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, when you look at the bow, a short bow, regular, its rate of fire per round is 2 arrows per round. Which is weird. I don't get it.
So, okay, so... So if I do weapon, specialty, bow, short bow, do I have to specify short or long?
Yes.
Short, okay.
Technically, no. It says, well, yeah. I would say yes.
I would say so.
Yeah.
And then can I just do a proficiency in another weapon, or would that tap everything that I have?
Let's see. You're a ranger. What's your starting weapon proficiencies? Is it 4 like the fighter? I think. I believe so.
So I would spend 2 for the specialty, 1 for proficiency.
Stand by. I will have the definitive answer in a moment. Weapon proficiencies. Come on. Horses
I hear horses.
and chickens. Chicken.
It's a veritable barnyard.
Oh, it's a medieval village. Oh, you are not helping me very much here. Alright, we'll find this here sooner or later.
Eventually.
Eventually, yeah, you know. You know how it goes. Alright, let's try this again. Weapon. Oh, there we go. 36, 37. Weapon proficiencies. Not in the right area. It's henchman. That does not seem right.
For those of you watching tonight, this is the fun stuff.
Oh yeah, you know, the digging through countless tomes to try to find the right one. Yes. Death!
Death is funny.
Or you can do
It's
it like
wacky.
the, what is it?
Especially
The,
on open mic night.
Let's see.
Yeah, on open mic night, he kills.
wah, wah.
None of them are laughing. Nobody is laughing.
Ooh, rough crowd, rough crowd.
Yeah. Dead crowd.
All here's crickets and the gnawing of flesh and bones.
26.
The growling of wargs as they fight over the remains.
That's it. I gotta fire my agent. No, really.
Okay, what are we looking for? Weapon proficiencies?
Weapon proficiency.
Weapons for total number of proficiencies. I believe it's 4.
Ranger gets 3.
Is it 3? Well, there you go. So you can specialize in one weapon and be proficient in a second.
And he's limited on what he can take.
Exactly.
Okay, so. Dagnabbit.
Ranger.
Well, because I have on me, I have a short bow, a dagger, and a short sword.
Well, which one do you want to be proficient in, and which one do you want to just really suck at?
And Kevin, really suck is -2.
Okay, well, instead of being. I have 3 proficiencies. So
What's your
I can be
strength?
proficient in all 3. 18.
Okay.
I mean, I could be proficient in all 3. I just can't be special. I can't specialize in one of them.
Yeah, but then you don't get another weapon proficiency to specialize until 3rd level.
Here's the deal, though.
Both of them just locked up on me. So.
Let's listen to this real quick, because this is kind of important. Let's see. Only members of the fighter class and the ranger subclass can make use of weapon specialization. We scroll down, keep scrolling. By scrolling, I mean like reading, because I'm. My mom was laughing the other day because she was talking about how she was actually reading a book, and she tried to like zoom in on the text on the book, and then she goes, "Oh." And then sometimes she'll be reading, and instead of like turning the page, she tries to scroll up. And then she's like, "It's a book."
It's an actual
Because
book.
she's been reading all her books on her tablet lately.
Damn ancient technologies.
Yeah. Gotta love it. Let's see. Where was it? Ranger. If weapon specialization is to be practiced by a fighter or ranger, that decision must be made when the character is initially created. Weapon specialization counts as 2 weapon proficiency slots. That is, a fighter may choose a blah, 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 blah.
Yours should.
While a ranger may have 1 weapon of specialization and a single weapon of proficiency as well. Specializing in a bow or other than a crossbow requires an additional proficiency slot, so that a fighter who specializes in the use of a bow may have only 1 other weapon. So if you're going to specialize in that bow, that's what you're going to specialize in. You're going to be proficient in that and nothing else. So the dagger and the short sword would be at -2.
Okay, but if I were to be just proficient in all 3, that would be okay.
Yes. But
Yeah,
you wouldn't have any. You wouldn't have the
choose a weapon
-2
later.
You have to do it right away.
So if I'm proficient in all 3, then that's the bottom line. I can never specialize in anything else.
Yes.
Yep.
You don't. You only specialize in 1 weapon. You can only ever specialize in 1 weapon.
Right. Well,
But
yeah, I get that.
let's see. The fighter or ranger may either initially or at later time decide to gain double specialization in his or her chosen weapon. Only melee weapons, excluding polearms and the 2-handed sword, may be used in double specialization. So you can weapon specialize in the bow, or you can double specialize in a sword.
And being proficient in the weapon just means I know how to use it.
Correct. It means you don't have any minuses or pluses. It just, you can use it. Now, if you're not proficient in it, then you get that -2 to attacks.
Which would actually put me at a -1 because I have a +1 to hit.
Yes.
Excuse me.
But if on this, I can't be proficient in anything if I specialize in the bow. The bow is it. So I would basically be at a -1 for dagger and -1 for short sword if I decided to use them.
Yes.
If I specialize in bow.
Yes. Until you gained another weapon proficiency later on. And at which point you could become proficient in either the dagger or the sword.
Okay, you know what? I'm going for it. I'm going to specialize in the bow, and I'll be at a -1 for my dagger and my short sword.
There you go. Do it.
But I'll still be at a +2 for damage. Yes or no?
No. Because you're using a ranged weapon, you don't add your strength bonus to it. Unless it's a thrown weapon, or it's a composite bow that counts.
Right.
It adds it in because you have to have the exceptional strength in order to actually draw and fire it.
Okay, so because of my strength, I have a +1 to hit, +2 to damage. But being specialized in the bow, I don't get the +2 to damage.
What's your dexterity? Because you don't get the +2 to, or +1 to hit with the strength roll either. It's your.
That would only be with melee.
Yes. Because
My
if I'm not
dex-
mistaken, with the where is it? With the ranged, I think you have to use the ranged attack bonus.
It'd
I
be
think.
the missile attack adjustment on dexterity, which is a 0, so I don't get any. So I don't get. Okay, what do I get for specializing? Do I get any bonus for specializing?
Let's see, characters. Yes, you get +2 to hit. So fighter and rangers use longbow, shortbow, or composite bow as a special weapon are entitled to a point blank range category. Point blank range is 6 foot to 30 foot. And the character is +2 to hit and to hit and damage rolls against targets within this range. So as long as your target is within 30 feet of you, you get +2 to hit and +2 to damage.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to put that on the range special. So I got
Davia.
0 to 30 feet
See?
is +2.
And you're going to have to until I open those up.
+2.
You're not supposed to have any burn.
So beyond that, if it's beyond 30 feet, is there any plus because I'm specialized?
No, but all attacks within that 6 to 30 feet on a successful hit deal double damage.
Okay.
Ouch.
Ooh, plus bonuses for strength.
Double.
You know,
So that
any
would actually
successful
be-
hit deals out double damage. A total of 6 to 16 points for a non-magical arrow to the victim, plus bonuses for strength or magic.
So I would get actually like a +4 to damage then.
If you
Because I
have,
have a +2. I've got an 18.
I think so.
strength. So it'd be a +4 to damage. Okay, 0 to 30 feet, which is point blank range. It's a +2 to hit, +4 to damage, and a successful hit would deal double damage.
Yes.
Outstanding. I like specialization. Does it change my number of attacks at all?
No, it's still 2 attacks per round.
Still 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Now, the dagger and the short sword would be 1 attack per round, and I am at a -1 to hit
Yes.
because I have a +1, so that negates one of those off to -2.
Correct.
So, but I have a strength bonus of +2 to damage.
Are you
Is that
refreshing?
negated because of the non-proficiency?
I do not think so. Let me check.
Okay, so it'd be a -1 to hit, +2 to damage. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, being non-proficient as a ranger is only -2. If you're a magic user and non-proficient, it's -5.
Yeah, thank you. No, we're good. So,
Let's
after
see.
that,
Hold
I
on.
just-
Let's see. No, it does not apply to the penalty. Does not apply to damage.
Okay.
It's only to hit. So you'd be -1 to hit with your sword or your dagger, but you'd still get all the strength bonuses.
Okay. Cool. So damage versus size for the short bow.
Let's see. Bow, short bow, size.
So small.
Wait.
Arrow.
Arrow. 1d6, 1d6. So it's just 1d6 across the board.
So just 1d6.
Yes.
1d6. Dagger. I think that's what, 1d4?
Yep.
1d4, 1d3.
1d4, 1d3?
Correct. And short sword is 1d6, 1d8.
1d6. 1d8. And I just need my Thakos.
20.
20. Your first level.
So 20 and then going backwards to 10, right?
Correct. Until third level, and then it changes.
17, 16, 15, 13, not 16.
Caitlin's about to fall asleep. She's like, God, Kevin, quit hogging up all the time.
That's what I do. Okay, and I think honestly that's about it, except for saving throws and movement. Oh wait, don't I get ranger abilities?
Yeah.
Dig it, Kate. Dig it.
Just wait, because she gets 6 weapon proficiencies as a first level barbarian.
Yes.
So we get to wait for her. And the bad thing is, Kevin, a barbarian gets a new weapon proficiency every other round, or every other Every other level. And a non-weapon proficiency of -1.
Well.
Yeah. First edition barbarians are killing machines.
All right. But okay, so saving throws, movement, ranger abilities. My adjusted AC for like surprise shield, well, shieldless is 8 because I don't have a shield. Surprised and rear, I guess rear would be the same though, wouldn't it?
No. Because surprised, you don't get your dex bonus, but you get your shield.
I don't have a dex bonus.
Shieldless, you get your dex bonus, but no shield, of course. And then, of course, rear is no shield and no dex bonus.
Well, I don't have any dex bonus, and I'm not carrying a shield.
Well, there you go.
So it doesn't matter if I'm surprised, if I'm shieldless, or they attack me from the rear. My armor class is always 8.
Correct.
Well, see, that wasn't too bad. Let's go ahead and figure out ranger abilities, and I don't know. We have thieving abilities here, but I don't see ranger abilities.
Did you want your saving throws first?
Sure,
Who wants
yeah,
their saving throws? Wait, you're all fighters, so we all get the same saving throws.
Except I get a bonus.
Except you get your bonuses, yes. So first level, everybody gets paralyzed, poison, and death magic is 14. Petrification polymorph is 15. Rod, staff, and 1 is 16.
That's what she said.
You're the one getting attacked from behind, Kevin, so I'd watch those jokes.
The breath weapon is 17. And spell is 17.
Just wait, Kate, because you've got a whole list of pluses that you get to all that. Mine's plus two to everything. Yours is like +1 to this, +3 to that, +1 here, +3 here, 1 here, 4.
I guess I could put my ranger stuff under special abilities.
Yes. That is the appropriate place to put those.
Okay. So what do I get?
Let's go ahead and flip over to that page real quick. Ranger abilities. Ranger. That's equipment. Alright. Ranger. Now, here's the cool thing. I really love this about Rangers. When fighting humanoid-type creatures of the quote-unquote giant class listed hereafter, Rangers add 1 hit point per each level of experience that they have attained to the points of damage scored when they hit in melee combat. Giant class creatures are... Ready? Bugbears, Ettins, Giants, Gnolls, Goblins, Hobgoblins, Kobolds, Ogre Magi, or as I'm going to refer to them as, Oni, Orcs, and Trolls. So, if you're fighting any of those, you gain +1 damage per level that you are. So, first level, you get a +1 automatically.
Right. Yeah, I think we went over that last time, because I've got here additional +1 melee damage against Goblinoid, giant, humanoid.
Yes. You surprise opponents 50% of the time, 1 through 3 on a d6, and are only surprised on a roll of 1 on a d6.
Okay, hold on. Surprise opponent. 1 through 3.
Yes.
And what was the next one?
And you are only surprised on a roll of 1 on a d6.
Okay.
Tracking is possible both outdoors and underground in dungeon and like settings. Underground, the ranger must have observed the creature to be tracked within 3 turns, or 30 minutes, of the commencement of tracking, and the ranger must begin tracking at a place where the creature was observed. And then it has like a whole bunch of percentiles for all that stuff. Outdoors, there is a base 90% chance of a ranger being able to follow a creature as modified below.
So 1 through 9.
No, 90%. You roll percentile on that one.
Come on, just give me a break here.
Come on.
Outdoor tracking 90%. Okay.
Okay, restrictions. You can only change to a non-good alignment. Any change to a non-good alignment immediately strips you of all ranger benefits. You cannot hire men-at-arms, servants, aides, or henchmen until you attain 8th level or higher. And then you can't operate with more than 2 other rangers at the same time. And then, of course, you can only own those goods and treasure which you can carry on your person and or place upon your mount. All excess must be donated to a worthy communal or institutional cause. That does not count the paladin. But, yeah, and although you do not attract a body of mercenaries to serve you... when you construct, if and when you construct a stronghold, you conform to the fighter class in other respects. And that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Barbarian.
Yes.
Anything you need?
What?
It's like, wait, what are we doing again? Kevin hogged up all the time. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
She needs her bonus for saving throws.
Yeah, she needs her special abilities and bonuses.
Oh,
I've already
barbarian.
explained Horde when she gets later.
Okay, so we already did your dexterity bonus. We already did your constitution bonus. That door is loud.
She's sitting right into it.
I need to get out the oil and be like... Let's see. You have a base movement rate of 15 inches.
Kevin, we know who we're sending in first.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
She'll have 3 attacks before we make it in there.
Right.
Okay, so we got to take back everything that you did weapon-wise, because the initial number of weapons the barbarian uses must include a hand axe, a knife, and a spear.
She gets 6 weapon proficiencies, so...
Additional weapons based upon the barbarian's native area may be chosen by DM.
So under weapon proficiencies, put hand axe.
Weapon proficiencies. Okay. Axe.
Hand axe.
Oh, I got that part. Spear.
And knife.
And
Knife.
And Atlantean sword. No, I'm just kidding.
Hoopak.
Oh my god. So I was watching the Dragonlance animated movie again the other day.
Oh god, I haven't seen that forever.
And what was really horrible is that Tasselhoff's hoopak was a staff sling.
Yeah.
So it was a staff with a sling attached to the end of it. And I'm just like, dude, that's not a hoopak. But then as we were going, and as it got towards the end of the film, and there were like some scenes where he would be standing there, and he had a hoopak in those scenes. And then it would change the view, and he had a staff sling again. And it would go to another view, and he had a hoopak again. So I think they wanted to do the hoopak, but then...
Nobody realized how to draw the damn thing until the end.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, I mean, there's all sorts of art that has the hoopak on it, you know. I mean, I think they were just like, oh, let's not give him a real hoopak, and they did a staff sling. But then, like, somebody at the end's like, this is BS, he has a hoopak. And then, like, snuck it in.
That's why by the end of the animation, that's when they finished the books and realized, oh, damn, we've been drawing it wrong the whole time.
There you go. There you go. It was just very... I mean, aside from that, and aside from them completely ruining the surprise that Fizban is Paladine, you know, it's like, you know, I don't mind it. It's a decent show. Although it does show that Caramon is a huge pervert. You're like,
well, gee, nobody saw that happening.
He's like, Tika, and she's just like, and he's just like staring at her breast the whole time. It's like, God. Alright, barbarians hate magic and will seek to destroy it. And then, of course, get experience points equal to as if you possess the magical item, if you break it. Your natural attack abilities allow you to strike creatures that would normally be immune to non-magical attacks as you rise in level. At the 4th level, you can affect creatures that would require a +1 or better weapon to hit.
Which with Coulter, you'll be the only one because we never get magic items like that.
What? You know, I'm sorry, you can't live past the first encounter. I don't think wargs are running around with magical armor and weapons, so.
Unless any of us happen to have some of them last time.
So, yeah, and then they're in their gut. You killed the warg. Okay, I gut it. Oh, you find a magical short sword in its lower intestine.
No wonder it was running slow.
Let's see. At 6th level, you +2. Similarly, at 8th level, +3. 10th level, +4. 12th level, you can affect creatures harmed only by weapons of +5 or better. Barbarians have the following bonuses to their saving throws. So put this in the modifier slot. +4 versus poison.
God.
+3 versus paralyzation and death magic, petrification, and polymorph. And then +2 versus rod, staff, wand, and breath weapon.
I have it down here, so I have to write it like that.
Now, barbarians gain no benefit to their saving throws versus spell at the start, but gain a +1 to such saving throws for every 4 levels attained.
Which means by the time you hit max level, you can look at the wizard and go, "Tah."
Yes.
Hits you with basically fireball or magic missile, and you go.
Bounces off his chest.
Just kind of fizzles there.
Right.
In a grand flourish, and the wizard thinks he actually did something, and ha-ha! And you come walking through, and you're like, that tickled.
Like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Hey,
Yeah, we can't tell that first edition barbarians were all Conan walking around.
Right. All right. Barbarian character has the following primary abilities. Yeah, that was just other stuff. These are your primary abilities.
That was just the excess.
Climb cliff and trees. A barbarian can climb trees and natural cliffs or ledges, mountains, etc. As a thief of the same level would climb walls. Barbarians also have climb walls and may also climb walls and other kinds once they have had the opportunity to practice scaling that particular type of surface. So, at first level...
what is it, 85?
For climb? Let's see. Climb walls at first level, 85%, yes.
It's all coming back to me.
Hide in natural surroundings. Barbarians can hide in natural surroundings that are familiar to the barbarian, as a thief of 3 levels higher would hide in shadows.
Damn.
Crap.
So if you were hiding in your natural surroundings, which is not a dungeon,
Snow.
you would at first level be able to hide 1, 2, 3. Was it 3 levels higher? It's 4th level, so 25%.
Oh, okay.
Plus dex bonuses.
What's your dex?
1 second, I gotta flip over. 15? Wait. Did I do it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you say 15?
Just
That would be a
making sure.
big fat goose egg.
Oh.
It's 17 or 18, you get any bonuses. Surprise! Surprise! Barbarians surprise opponents on a 3 and 6 chance. Or 4 and 6 if they're in familiar terrain.
I'm hoping somewhere along the line this adventure goes to the snow.
Barbarians are themselves surprised only 10% of the time, or 5% if they're in familiar terrain. See, here's the thing, though. It says familiar terrain. It doesn't say their initial natural terrain. So while she would be able to hide in the snow and everything, I think because of the area that she's in and how she's working with the ranger,
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's considered familiar terrain.
I think it says somewhere in there that if they're in like the same terrain for it's either a couple weeks or a month,
Yeah.
it becomes familiar terrain.
Yeah. All right. Back protection. Any attempt to attack a barbarian from behind, including such attacks by assassins or thieves, has a 5% chance per level of being detected and countered.
God dang.
That is, if a barbarian detects a back attack, a 5% chance at first level, 10% at second, 15 at third, so on and so forth. The barbarian avoids the attack form. The former back attack becomes a normal attack. The barbarian is also then entitled to attack the former back attacker, even though the barbarian may have already engaged in what would have already otherwise have been his or her normal combat for that round. So it's like your natural surprise. Ah! Whack! Stab me in the back with a blunderbuss.
Barbarian would be counter to every other class, right?
That's right.
It's a wizard. Nah, I got that covered. It's a thief. Nah, got that covered. It's a cleric. I might have problems there.
Leaping and springing. Barbarians are able to leap to a maximum distance of 10 feet forward, 3 feet backward, or 3 feet upward from a standing start.
3
Boing,
foot
boing, boing.
vertical leap.
Yes.
The NBA was started in the barbarian land.
If the barbarian is able to move freely and get a running start, The forward leap can be range from 16 to 21 feet, 15 plus 1d6. And the upward leap from 4.5 to 6 feet, 1d4 plus, or 4 plus 1d4, each pip equaling a half foot. Springing under similar conditions gives upward distance of 4 to 7 feet, depending on the surface used as a step to gain height and spring. Ranger, kneel.
No.
If anybody's seen Wonder Woman, I suddenly have pictures of her looking at me going, "Shield!"
That's right. Barbarians have a 25% chance of detecting any sort of magic other than the illusion phantasm variety. 25% chance to detect magic. This takes 1 round of concentration and applies to items or spells, but not to persons who are able to affect magic. For each level of the barbarian gains beyond the first level, the barbarian gains an additional 5% to his or her base chance of detection. However, this chance may never exceed 90% regardless of the barbarian's level of experience.
Oh, darn.
The type of magic is never revealed by this ability, only that it is magic. So, you know, she's sitting there looking at her cloak one day and goes, I like this cloak. Magic! Whack!
Well, luckily it doesn't detect the person using magic, because I could see him sitting in a tavern, her suddenly going, "Mage, kill it!"
Right.
Right.
Leadership. When dealing with other barbarians, a barbarian adds his or her level of experience to his or her charisma score to get an effective charisma effect on other barbarians. Comeliness does not affect, nor is affected by this ability. You ready for this? In addition to the primary skills, every barbarian possesses all of the following secondary abilities.
Oh my goodness.
These secondary abilities are generally not usable, certainly not to their fullest potential, in areas which are unfamiliar to the barbarian, although the skills can be applied to a new locale with differing flora, fauna, and climate after about 1 month of continual exposure to the new area.
So there it is.
Yeah, there's the 1 month thing.
Survival. The barbarian has the necessary skills for survival in the wild, including hunting, small animal trapping, food gathering, shelter building, body covering, and fire building.
Body covering, which comes in useful after the mage has been killed.
I can successfully cover my body with one. First aid. This skill allows the barbarian to bind wounds, set sprains or broken bones, and concoct natural antidotes and natural cures for diseases. This means that the barbarian immediately regains 1 hit point, and thereafter he or she regains 1 hit point, or hit points at twice the normal rate, regaining 2 hit points per day if resting, and 1 hit point per day, even if active and adventuring. The barbarian can also bind wounds to prevent further loss in hit points of other characters. Such first aid restores 1 hit point immediately and then increases hit point recovery by 100% if the barbarian continues to administer aid and cures. When dealing with natural poison and illness, the barbarian has a 10% chance of effecting a cure. If the poison or disease is known, this chance of success rises to a percentage equal to 50 plus the victim's constitution score. Outdoor craft. This skill includes plant and animal detection as a 3rd level druid, direction determination, and the ability to predict weather as if the spell of the name were cast by a 3rd level druid.
Colter. I am going to pick up my daughter. If you guys want to do it instead of taking a break, go ahead and go on with her.
I'm getting the echo.
Oh.
Yeah, we you know what? Let's take a break.
Okay.
Since, you know.
It'll take me about 30 minutes because I got to run her by the store real quick. But
Okay.
we'll finish Caitlin up. I've got all my special abilities. We'll just go over them real quick. And we should be ready to start at that point, I think.
Okay. Excellent.
So all right. I'll be right back, guys.
We're almost through your secondary abilities, and then we've got your tertiary skills to come in after that. So, let's go ahead and take a break, and we will be right back. All right, and we're back. So, Kevin and I are going to work on his stuff while we wait for Brian and Caitlin to come back in the game. So, Kevin.
I don't think there's too much left.
So yeah, your weight allowance is 1250 with a strength of 18. That is your unencumbered movement. So you can carry up to with 1250, that's 125 pounds before you feel the effects of encumbrance. Now you have leather armor, correct?
Yes. Which is about the best that I can do being a ranger.
And I'm pretty sure the movement with the leather armor is unimpeded. But let me verify real quick. Yeah, base movement with leather is 12, so there's no impediment to your movement right there.
So heavy is 8. Load is 6. Max is 3. No. Yes.
Did you say 8?
No, heavy is 9.
Yes.
Load is 6. Max is 3. Crawl is 6. Normal is 60. Run is 120. Hidden is 8. Day would be 12. Swim. I don't see any modifier for swim.
Hold on. Let me see. Movement. Negotiation. Movement. There we go. Time and distance factors. Nope. It's encumbrance. Do you like the page turning sounds?
Well, you want to talk about old school?
It is the medieval library sound effects. You got the burning of torches and candles and turning of pages and the church bells off in the distance. Nothing about swimming there. Let's go here. Movement underwater. There we go. Page 56. There are two possible methods of water. Swimming is not possible with any type of armor heavier than leather, or when encumbered by more than 20 pounds of equipment of any type. Although submersion in water makes things way less due to buoyancy, actual mass of the equipment is unchanged. Persons able to swim will move vertically as well as horizontally. Will be able to move vertically as well as horizontally at the same rate of speed, Remember that swimming persons are vulnerable to attack from every direction. It doesn't tell me what speed. Therefore, movement, either swimming or walking, is the same as speeds used in dungeons, which is 10 feet a minute.
So swim is just 10.
And they're back.
Yeah.
What is that?
What is what?
On Caitlin's hair, is she like got like a braid with like some cloth through it and like sparkly things?
It's the way the braid is done, but it has beads braided. She's like the hair and makeup guru.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's something fancy that has to be done with one of the girls, I get to go, hey, go do this.
Hairdresser, get to work.
All I see is just a gray curtain.
You don't see Caitlin?
I have to refresh.
I see a gray curtain.
Okay, she's
refreshing. I saw her show back up, so.
Haha! I got a cigar.
So here you go, Kevin. Movement in the dungeon. Movement distance in the dungeon is 1 inch over, or 1 inch to 10 foot over a turn of 10 minutes duration while exploring and mapping are in progress. If the party is following a known route or map, the movement rate is five times greater, so each move takes 1/5 of a turn, or 2 rounds. If the party is fleeing, all movement except encumbered movement is 10 times faster, so each move takes only 1/10 of a turn, or 1 round.
In other words, we're running for your life.
Okay. I don't have any special resistances, revision, protections, modifications to my saving throws. We went over weapon, combat,
You're just weak.
efficiencies, and special abilities. Yeah, but you know what? I get within 30 feet of somebody, they're toast.
Yeah, no shit. We aren't broadcasting again yet, are we?
Oh, yes, we are.
No.
Oh yes.
I'll watch the language.
We decided to start broadcasting without you, so.
Okay.
Kevin
Yes,
had
the
some
only thing
stuff
left
we had
is
to
I gotta
do,
figure
so.
out. Yeah, I gotta figure out what languages. And actually, I speak Common. I get 4 additional languages.
Yes.
Plus, I get plus alignment language.
Yes, alignment languages.
What?
Alignment languages.
Everybody starts with alignment language, except for the barbarian.
I can't even read.
You don't need to read.
Hulk smash.
Just bash.
Wait a minute.
That's all you need.
Hold on, let's do this.
Is it magic or annoying me? Then kill it. That's all you need.
I promise that by the next time we broadcast, I will put oil on the damn door.
I got some good echo going on right now.
You want me to turn mine down?
Yep.
Maybe I can.
Maybe. Without breaking it?
You never know. How about now?
I can hear you. You're good?
Okay. Is the echo down?
Yes. Significantly better. Still there, but, you know.
But it's better.
But much better. Better. Better.
Okay, so
Turn my volume
I
down.
get
You can actually turn my volume off because I'm in the same room.
True.
Mm.
How about now?
what? Common. I don't know. Speak, Brian.
All right, me.
Dang it.
I think it's mainly because of my voice.
Because he has such a deep and manly voice that carries so far. Okay.
So what other languages am I going to speak?
Goblin.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Well, you know, Rangers do have, like, languages that they can speak right away, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Do we?
Stand by. Stand by.
I think it's like Druid languages.
Rangers. Oh, no, I take that back. They just know how to kill him.
Okay. So common, goblin.
Yeah.
I'll speak kobold.
Aw.
Elf. Elven. Orcish. And then what are the alignment languages that I speak? What is alignment language?
Where the hell is this bird coming from?
What's your alignment?
What birds?
Lawful good.
What?
Oh, okay, hold on.
Background music.
Oh, I can't even hear it.
It's real faint. Now I hear a crackling fire.
Yep. Which reminds me, have any of you guys heard or seen the merge cube?
Merge cube, no.
Have any of you guys seen the merge cube.
Seen. It's Friday.
Sunday. Monster truck.
It's something to do with Caitlin's mic. I don't know what it is.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's picking up his voice.
Yeah. And that door.
Stop coming in the door.
How about now?
Fine.
Okay.
Nope, it's still there.
Still there.
Anyway.
Door.
Yeah, you can do Goblin. Well, you start off with Common and your alignment language, and then you have the ability to learn new languages.
Oh, because my intelligence allows me 4 additional languages.
Yeah. Let's see. Where did you go? No, I don't want table 2. Intelligence, let's see. Intelligence is quite similar to what we know as intelligent quotient, but includes mnemonic ability, reasoning, and learning ability outside those measured in the written word. Intelligence dictates the number of languages in which the character is able to converse. Okay. Non-human characters typically are able to speak more languages than are human characters, but intelligence likewise affects the upper limit of their abilities as well, and therefore are racial limitations. So yeah, go ahead. Goblin, kobold.
Orcish.
You just want to know the languages of your enemies?
Well, I like to know what they're saying as I kill them.
Ach
I like
nein,
to hear
mein
them.
Gott, mein Gott.
Mein Lieben!
Goblin, kobold, orcish.
Gestapo. Mein Lieben!
Maybe not orcish. Maybe I can speak dwarf.
Yes, there you go.
Dwarvish. And okay. Goblin, kobold, common, dwarvish, and elven.
All right.
Would it be Elven or Elvish?
Well, that all depends on the book. Let's see what we've got here, because I think this calls it Elfin. Stand by.
Shut up.
Stand by.
Who's whispering? Shut up.
Ryan.
What?
What's all this whispering?
Nothing.
All right, secondary skills.
Quiet, you. Would I feel better?
I'm not dead yet. So, I'm taking it you guys have seen Frozen at least once.
What's that?
Frozen?
I'm assuming you guys have seen Frozen at least once, right?
Yes.
So,
Multiple times, actually.
does anybody else besides me think pining for the fjords when he says, "Look at the fjord"? Pining for the fjords. Come on. Alignment language. Would you like to know what an alignment language is, Kevin? Let's describe it in detail. Alignment language is a handy game tool which is not unjustifiable in real terms. Thieves did employ special cant. Secret organizations and societies did and do have recognition signs, signals, and recognition phrases, possibly special languages of a limited extent as well. In D&D, alignment language is a special set of signs, signals, and gestures and words which intelligent creatures use to inform other intelligent creatures of the same alignment of their fellowship and common ethos. Alignment languages are never, in capital letters, never, flouted in public. They are not used as salutations or interrogatives. Interrogatives? Yeah. If the speaker is uncertain if the alignment of those addressed. Furthermore, alignment languages are of limited vocabulary and deal with the ethos of the alignment in general, so lengthy discussion of varying subjects cannot be conducted in such tongues.
Let's talk about medical terms in alignment language.
So let's see, what else we got? Any character foolish enough to announce his or her alignment by publicly crying out in that alignment tongue will incur considerable social sanctions. At best, he or she will be thought unmannerly, rude, boorish, and stupid. Those of the same alignment will be inclined to totally ignore the character, not wishing to embarrass themselves by admitting any familiarity with the offender.
Damn.
Those of other alignments will likewise regard the speaker with distaste when overhearing such an outburst. At worst, the character will be marked by those hostile to the alignment in which he or she spoke. Alignment language is used to establish credentials only after initial communications have been established by other means. Only in the most desperate of situations would any creature utter something in the alignment tongue otherwise. It must be noted that alignment does not necessarily empower a creature to actually speak or understand the alignment language, in which which is general in the ethos. Thus, blink dogs are intelligent, lawful good creatures who have a language of their own. A lawful good human, dwarf, or brownie will absolutely be absolutely at a loss to communicate with blink dogs. However, except in the most limited of ways, non-aggression, non-fear, etc., without knowledge of the creature's language or some magical means. So there you go. Does that explain it? Clearly.
Yes, it does.
Well enough.
Okay. So don't use alignment language in public or you will be a social pariah.
Got it.
Let's see.
So here's another question for you. In
Okay.
1E, does a first level ranger have any kind of spells?
Nope. Rangers do not gain any type of spells until, I want to say, 7th level?
Is it 7th or 9th?
Checking. Oh, I'm sorry, 8th level.
8th.
It's you get druidic spells at 8th level and magic user spells at 9th.
I always forget that they get druid levels or druid spells.
Yes. Magic missile. I'm attacking the darkness. All right, barbarian. Let me get back to your tetriary skills.
More skill.
More skills.
Let me, my pencil's missing. Oh, wait.
Finally, a barbarian will have one or more of the following tetriary skills, depending on the locale or culture from which he or she originates. All right. Which skills are applicable are determined by the DM according to the nature of the campaign. Let's see. So there's animal handling. Barbarian can handle or domesticate wild animals. Usually is restricted to dogs, but could possibly include animals such as wolves, large birds, giant lynxes, etc. So, yes, animal handling. Up north, we're gonna say wolves. Wolves and dogs. Horsemanship. Sure. Long distance signaling. Yeah, that's good. And then running. This enables the barbarian to move at full speed, twice normal movement rate for no less than 3 full days before having to rest by spending a day moving at normal rate. Sure.
You got one chopstick? Or did you break your chopstick?
So yeah, running. Small craft paddled, I'm going to say no. Small craft rowed. I will say yes. Small craft road.
Oh my gosh.
That door's killing me.
Stab me in the ear. I'm going to hear that sound in my nightmares.
Yeah.
Alright, sound imitation. Barbarian with this skill can mimic various sounds, including birds or animal calls, for the purpose of luring those creatures or for signaling. Yes! Snare building. Yes. And of course, your native territory is the subarctic tundra. Yes, within the world of Greyhawk fantasy game setting, for example, there are several areas that could spawn barbarian subclasses. The lands of Frost, Ice, and Snow barbarians, as well as the holds of Stonefist, would be the homeland of barbarians of the Scandinavian Slavic mold. These characters would employ broadswords and short bows, in addition to the required initial weapons. Hey, there you go. Did you hear that?
No, the door was opening.
Curse that door! Okay, so your character.
That's actually a cleverly disguised security system.
Yes.
Nobody will sneak into my room ever.
Okay.
All right. So it said because that the barbarians of the Frost, Ice, and Snowlands, as well as the hold of Stonefist, are molded in a Scandinavian Slavic mold. These characters employ broadswords and short bows in addition to the required initial weapons.
But it's not a battle axe.
No, it's not a battle axe. But you know what?
She still
Because
has them.
that's still, what is it? She has 6 proficiencies, was it?
Yeah.
See, look, and I even called it because before I even got here. Horsemanship would be nominal at best, but these barbarians would have running abilities and skill in small craft road. Ah! Don't let the barbarian in the temple until it's level 2. Oh, goodness. Okay, and then you told her about the barbarian horde, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's waiting for that one. 275, plus her and a couple friends.
Until she reaches 9th level, then it's a 500-person horde.
Oh, jeez.
With her small army marching through the countryside.
That's when you want to play Temple of Elemental Evil.
There you go.
No, that's me.
Okay. Ranger modifications. Tracking, indoor tracking. Tracking indoors is impossible if the ranger desiring to do so has never observed some distinguishing feature about the tracks of the creature to be tracked. Yeah. Identification of tracks. At first level, you are able to have the ability to identify common woodland creatures' tracks and direction of travel. So.
Is that me or the barbarian?
The ranger.
Oh. Well. That's something.
All right.
Common woodland creatures.
Oh, and the humanoid giant class is expanded to include Bugbear, Cyclops Skin, Dunestalker, Ettins, Flins, Giants, Gibberlings, Gnolls, Goblins, Grimlocks, Hobgoblins, Kobolds, Measles, Norkers, Ogres, Onis, Ogrillions, Orcs, Quaggoth, Teslui, Troll, and Svart. Svart.
Some of those are got to be Fiend Folio because I don't remember half of those.
Yes,
All
indeed. Oh, speaking of things that are Cthulhian, have you seen... Oh, what is it? It's an animated film. It's coming out soon. It's called... It's H.P. Lovecraft something or another. It's got Ron Perlman as the voice of somebody in it. It's an animated Cthulhu mythos movie where H.P. Lovecraft is a small child, and he's like assisted by like a Cthulhu-like entity.
It seems like I've seen something about that.
Yeah, we just saw something on it on the other day.
Yeah. And they're back. Okay.
Back.
Okay.
What? Where? When? Okay, Ranger's weapons. Of the Ranger's 3 initial weapon proficiencies, one must be either a bow of any sort or a light crossbow. However, the Ranger cannot have both a bow and a light crossbow as weapon proficiencies until attaining 7th level. At least. When the weapon proficiency not already taken could be counted as the 5th weapon proficiency. By the time a Ranger gains a 4th weapon proficiency at 4th level, the character's list of weapons must include either a bow or a light crossbow, a dagger or knife, a spear or an axe, and a sword of any type. But that's weird, though.
I was planning on the dagger and the short sword, so...
Yeah. Initial weapon selection for the character must be made as... See, but that totally goes against the whole specialization, double specialization, or weapon specialization for a bow at the first level. Oh, okay. A ranger who specializes in a particular weapon must do so in one of the types listed above. So you did it. Okay. Specialized, fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Ranger has less than 4 proficient weapons at... in this manner, a ranger has less than 4 proficient weapons at 4th level, and in this case, the first 4 proficient weapons gained by the ranger must include one of each of the 4 types. So you have to spend those on all your proficiencies for those 4 weapon types. Once you get the proficiencies that you're able to spend them. So
it has to be bow. So bow, sword, dagger, and spear?
Bow, dagger or knife, spear or an axe, and any sword.
Okay.
I don't know.
We're whispering again. Let's go back to...
Finishing character.
Yeah. We're eventually going to get to play.
Or die, depending.
Certain. The Barbarian class is a subclass and uses many weapons, certain sixth senses, and many secondary and tertiary abilities.
Oh, what's that? You have abilities? Have some more abilities.
I think you need more of those.
Oh, you don't have nearly enough. You need more.
A horde takes a week to gather in the barbarian's home territory and must have a stated purpose, such as tear apart the College of Magic in Arcana City brick by brick, or rescue Princess Madeline from the Storm Pirates, or serve under Goodbear the cleric in his battle against the infidels.
Those aren't broad or anything.
No. Deviating from the proclaimed purpose by the Horde or its leader may cause the Horde to disband at the DM's option. Members of the disbanded Hordes will return by the quickest and safest route to their homelands. And the horde can only be kept together for as many weeks as the barbarian leader has levels of experience. So, 8 to 9 weeks. It's, piffle.
Couple months.
Exceptions may be made if large amounts of treasure are distributed to the members. If the leader has an effective charisma of 23 or more with respect to other barbarians. If the leader of the horde is a tribal leader as well. Or if an unattained goal is in easy reach. Each of these special circumstances would apply to extend the duration of the horde by 1 to 2 weeks at most. A tribal leader who has his horde disband beneath him will not receive a warm welcome next time he tries to return to his homeland.
We don't like you. You made us do something.
Man, we were supposed to go out and kill this stuff, and you said we were going to kill this stuff, and then we didn't. So we don't like you. Man. I'm not seeing anything about 6 weapon proficiencies on a barbarian.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Stand by. Check out. Where did it go? Damn you. Looks like page 23.
Alright, hold on, stand by. Thief Acrobat?
No, hold on. I just had it, but I moved it to something else.
You have failed me for the last time, Admiral Brian.
She was showing me Christmas
Barely
lights.
hear Brian, only because I hear him through Kate's microphone, but he's frozen for me, so.
Well, Brian, refresh.
26.
23, 24, 25, 26. 20. Oh, there we go. Holy Jesus.
What?
That's funny, though. The non-proficiency penalty is only -1 for barbarians.
Man.
And they get an extra proficiency every 2 levels.
I'm telling you, it's the best of all worlds.
Yep.
Gygax had a hard-on for Conan.
Okay. So yeah, broadsword. What was the other one?
Bow.
Spear.
Short bow.
A short bow. Spear.
Knife.
Knife, and what was that other one? Where did it go?
Hand axe.
Is it hand axe? Yeah. Hand axe.
And then battle axe. Oh, look, you've got them all.
Yep. And then you can take a battle axe. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? You got the extra slot. You got the required proficiencies.
Meanwhile, I'm over here struggling to,
He's like, I got a bow. I can't even use my knife.
I have a dagger. Oops, I dropped it, and it's in my foot now. Thank you.
So let's see. Kevin, you rolled your money already.
Oh, yeah.
The paladin, you rolled your money already.
Yep. And spent it.
And spent it.
Well, but that's the thing, though. You have to spend your money because anything that you have over a certain amount, you got to donate.
That's right. That's right.
I feel bad because I have this money.
Alright, so does anybody else need anything? Is anybody missing anything on their list?
Not really. You want to go over
Caitlin.
my special abilities real quick?
Sure.
Okay. Because I got the...
Echoey.
I'll mute my mic.
She's subtle.
Now I won't be able to.
Okay. Because I got... From Unearthed Arcana, I get the Cavalier bonuses and the Paladin bonuses now. +1 to Lance. Do +1 damage when unmounted. Mounted, +1 per level to damage. +1 level on my Thaco while I'm mounted. Let's see, immunity to all disease, parry ability, detect evil 60 foot, 85% less likely to fall from saddle or be injured if mount fails, immunity to fear, cure disease once per week, lay of hands, 2 hit points per level, once per day, permanent protection from evil, 1 inch, protection from fear, 1 inch. I heal at 1d4. Or plus 1d4.
I know it says 1 inch, and I know that means, 5 feet. But it's like, protection from evil, 1 inch.
Doesn't even make it out of my armor. And 90% less likely to be affected by mind-affecting magic.
Excellent.
Okay, there we are back. My weapon proficiencies are dagger, lance, and longsword. Let's see, wearing
Lance.
banded...
Lance.
Yeah.
Lance.
Wearing banded armor and shield. I get a +2 to all saving throws, and an extra +2 to save versus illusions.
Excellent.
So I think that's everything.
Sure. If you say so.
I'm good with it.
I'm good with it. All right, OP party for the win, except for the ranger. Unless you get within 30 inches of him. Or 30 feet of him.
30 feet.
30 inches.
30 inches.
Damn.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Yeah. You can see him. Kill it. We'll get your equipment. You'll need flint and steel, cloak, clothes, armor. I think you've got all that. Okay, flint and steel. Kevin, what kind of light
Blankets.
swords do you have?
Blankets, bedrolls.
Light source? Oh, you know what? Shenanigans. No, I don't have any.
Am I the only one that said, hey, let's grab some torches?
Glow rods.
Glow rods. How much?
Somebody needs a lantern or a bullseye lantern.
Echo.
Do you have you muted over there?
Mm-hmm.
I have you muted over here.
Your microphone is super sensitive for some reason.
Super sensitive.
Super.
Let's see what I can do about that.
Okay, I tell you what. How much do torches cost?
Like
Was it
one
5 silver or is it 1
silver.
gold?
Torch. 1 copper piece. Man, whoever you bought your torches from,
They
Sir
ripped me
Tristan,
off.
ripped you off good. They're like, you're a paladin, you don't need that money.
How about this? Is it better?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Any echo from my end?
of course.
barely.
But better, a lot better.
Okay.
So
Until
the
one of us has to refresh.
Yes. Then everything's hosed up anyway, so whatever.
Okay, how much is a lantern?
Lantern is unaffordable by you. What kind of lantern? A hooded or a bullseye lantern?
Hooded.
7 gold pieces.
7.
A whole 7 gold pieces.
And they don't give that great a light. The good thing about the bullseye is it's like 60 foot of light, and you can instantly.
You had to refresh, didn't you?
I didn't.
No.
Because now he's loud on your side again.
All right, she's gonna refresh, and we're gonna try it.
Okay.
Okay, so how much is a bullseye lantern?
Bullseye lantern is 12 gold pieces.
Okay, I'm gonna buy a bullseye lantern. 12 gold pieces, so that's 1.2 weight. Puts me at 51 gold.
And remember oil.
Flask of oil.
Okay, flask of oil is 1 gold piece.
I need a tinderbox.
One
Flint and steel.
1 gold piece.
Does that come with the flint and steel?
Yes.
So that's 0.1. Actually, no, that's not.
And a large sack.
No. Flask of oil I can carry on my belt, and the tinderbox I can carry in my large belt pouch.
Large iron spike. Skin for water or wine.
No, I don't need that.
You don't need a water skin?
Do I?
You're a ranger. You drink from rivers and streams.
I know how to get water from various sources.
Like my own urine.
Then there's the barbarians who drink puddles or anything else.
And his own urine. But specifically fermented yak urine.
Drink my own urine. Is it because it's sanitary? No.
Hold on just a second.
Because it's sterile and I like the taste.
Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah, I'm there. I'm good. Oh, I've got a bullseye lantern, and I've got a flask of oil and a tinderbox.
Excellent. You have the way to start fire and see at night.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Had to lay down the law on the squeaky door.
Yes.
How much are water skins?
That is 15 silver pieces.
So 1.5 gold.
Okay.
You give them 2 gold, they give you 5 silver back in return. And if they don't, they're ripping you off.
Like they did for my torches.
Yes. Little did he know he was buying a bundle of torches. He's like,
So I'm actually
400.
he's like, you guys need light. Indiana Jones shows up. I could use those to get rid of the snakes. Little did we know the paladin opens
trails
up
of breadcrumbs or chalk marks. I leave trails of lit torches.
as the forest burns down. All right, so then does everybody have everything?
Yes, I do.
Sure.
No. I needed to ask about flint and steel.
1 gold. It's a tinderbox with flint and steel.
Sleeping bag.
Bedroll? 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 No? Sleeping bag. You're a barbarian. You don't sleep. You run for 3 days straight and then rest by walking the rest another 24 hours. Man. What is this? Sleeping bag.
Jeez.
God.
Gather up some dried leaves and pine needles.
I walk with my eyes, or sleep with my eyes open as I walk.
Her bedroll is a rock she finds. What's that? That's my pillow.
That looks like a bundle of poison ivy. I know.
I sleep better that way.
It keeps my sinuses clear.
If you knew how allergic it was to poison ivy.
It doesn't say how much a bedroll is, but I'm going to say... Yeah, we'll say 3 gold pieces. Why not?
Okay, backpack.
2 gold pieces.
I thought you already did. Pants, leather, common clothes.
Yeah, your standard
Ah,
clothing is
common
gonna be,
clothes.
what is that?
Could be worse. She's barbarian, walking around with nothing on top.
I told you, loincloth.
She can't wear chainmail, so she's got the leather bikini.
That's right.
Okay, yeah, so common clothes.
For the region. Let's see. No? Really? That's awesome. So under clothing, did you know that it only says belt, boots, cap, cloak, girdle, hat, and robe?
I'm thinking it assumes that you start with like a pants and shirt.
Well, yeah, I mean, you would have to.
It's not like second edition with its tunic and breeches. Yeah, just pick common clothes and we'll say like 1 gold.
Did you say it was like 3 pounds?
What?
And remember that in second edition they have a whole book designed to do nothing but equip.
Yeah.
Does that include boots?
No, you gotta buy boots separate.
You gotta buy boots.
Okay. Is Coulter frozen?
No,
No.
Oh no.
I'm just over here looking at stuff.
No, not my drink.
Okay, so then, does everybody have anything? Do you need something?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
The price of boots.
Boots. What kind of boots?
High soft.
One
Okay,
gold.
high soft.
1 gold.
I just can't see the barbarian running around high hard boots, you know. Leather armor and cowboy boots.
That's right. Because, yeah. She loves gold. All right then. Let's go.
Kevin, you realize we've got to give away most of the treasure we accumulate. Caitlin gets to keep all of hers.
Yeah, well, I can only have what I can carry.
I have to give 10% off the top, and anything that I make that's over what would keep me in a modest lifestyle, I have to donate to the church.
Yes.
Sucks to be you.
And I'm limited on the number of magic items. And I think the worst one has to be when it comes to magic armor. If I have, say, standard banded mail and I find +5 chainmail, I will keep the banded and give away the +5.
Why would you do that?
Because they value their armor as a status symbol.
Yep. You're not gonna wear a chain.
That's like I would go without armor before I wear padded or any kind of leather armors.
Aha.
But hey, I start with a horse.
Well, all right.
That's right. All right then.
Yeah, if we're ready.
So, we will start off like this. Sir Tristan Gray, you have received a missive from the head of your order requesting you to travel to the village of Wayrest and aiding the Temple of St. Cuthbert in finding a wayward priest who had disappeared while assisting a group of adventurers in trying to track down goblin raiders that had besieged and burned down a farm in the local area.
All right.
So you have been dispatched. You have your gear readied and everything, and you move out and about. Your journey towards the village of Wayrest is uneventful. You see, passing merchants and whatnot, and going both ways. You pass merchants, and then they come back the other direction on the road. And you reach the village. You see, off to your left, a nice-looking inn. You see a blacksmith shop off to your right. A nice large square in the middle with a communal well. And towards the end of the large common area, you see the great towering cathedral of Temple of St. Cuthbert.
All right. Being the paladin that I am going to head to the temple first.
Straight to the temple. You walk in the doors, or as you approach the temple, one of the acolytes of the order comes out and sees you and hails you. Hail, fair knight. How can I assist you?
I believe I'm here to assist you, my brother. I was sent by the order to help find your missing acolyte.
Ah, Sir Tristan, we've been expecting you. Please let me tend to your horse and go inside and seek. Standing by.
Brother Maynard.
It's not Brother Maynard. God.
Got this ours.
Bring forth the holy hand grenade.
I think we were behind one, so I had to throw that in there early.
It's Brother Mallard. Brother Mallard. Come on.
Pretty close.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty close.
It's a good try, good attempt. I think we made the same joke when he was first named. All right, so he says, oh please, go inside and while I tend to your steed here and seek out Brother Mallard. He would be the best person that you would need to talk to, as he would have the information you seek.
Very well. And I head inside.
All right, you head inside. You see, the little antechamber in the front that opens up to the doors into the larger temple structure and whatnot. Another acolyte comes to you and says, "How may I be of assistance to you?"
Yes, I'm looking for Brother Mallard.
Ah, yes. Oh, yes. You are the paladin that we have requested for our order to seek out our. Please follow me. And he kind of pushes you off to the side. Leads you over to the private chambers off to the left side of the main temple area.
All right.
And leads you into the what appears to be the chamber of the head priest of the temple, and behind it you see a middle-aged man in robes of white, working and reading some scrolls and whatnot. And the acolyte says, "Excuse me, Brother Mallard, the paladin that we've sent out for has arrived." He says, "Ah, yes, welcome."
Caitlin's making me laugh because she's laughing.
Stop laughing. So anyway, he says, "Yes, welcome."
I hear you have need of me, Father.
Yes, we had one of our brothers accompany some adventurers out on a missive by the mayor of the village to seek out the goblins that had attacked a local farmhouse. They went out about 3 weeks ago, and we haven't heard anything since. What we would require, we would ask that you seek out and find out the fate of this brother of ours and his companions, and exact justice to those that may have possibly harmed them, or return him to us, or safely rescue them if they've been captured.
Yes, I'll do what I can. Out of character, How are we bringing in Mal and Yara? Do you have a plan for that yet? Oh, okay. 'Cause I was going to tell them I had a ranger that I knew that I would call. Well, send a message to.
There we go. Brother Mallard informs you that within the next day or so, a ranger will be arriving to assist you in tracking down either the party or their companions, or the tracks of the goblins that had attacked the farm. They sent a missive off to the Duke of Ernst to request that one of his rangers be dispatched to assist. But yeah, he'll be here in the next day or so.
All right. And I ask for a simple monk cell to stay in.
Ah, 1 second.
Better?
Yes.
Okay. I asked for a simple monk's cell to stay in until the ranger arrives. And once that's provided, I go outside, clean my gear and do my daily martial practices.
All right. As you, they direct you to a small 8x8 cell with a simple bed and a chair and a small table and a place to put some clothing or items or whatnot. And then you go outside. You proceed to do your martial exercises, and some of the acolytes of the order come out and stare at you in wonder and marvel at your martial prowess, as they are but simple clergymen.
All right.
The day goes by. The bell sounds for evening meal and prayers and whatnot, and it's a simple meal of grains, grain porridge, and some cured meats. And bell sounds for the lights go out. They light the temples. You see a few people from the village come in and out to make their offerings and whatnot, and then it's nighttime, and they start extinguishing all the lights, and all the monks decide to go to bed.
Okay.
The next morning, Mal Redbash, ranger of from the school of rangering,
The Rangers.
the capital of the Duchy of Ernst. You and your companion Yara Firestarter, barbarian extraordinaire, who's pulled your butt from the fire many times.
That she started.
Well, hence the
Good
name
was coming.
Firestarter.
No, you idiot. We put rocks around that, not set it out on that tree.
The tree is not what we use to cook our food. I know it's pretty when it lights up, but did you not see the sign? But I cannot read. I thought it was just more tinder for the fire.
That's why I threw it in.
Anyway. So you guys are traveling through the woods. The light woods that surround the village. Broken by fields of the farmers, whatnots, and you come upon the city or the village of Wayrest. You crest the hill and you see it there. You see the giant white temple with black dark gray tiling, and you see the tavern of the Howling Coachman Inn off to your left, and blacksmith to the right. communal well in the middle of the common gathering area. It's a pretty big gathering area for a village, but it's the one of the central resting areas for the many trades routes that come together at this village. So, you gotta have a lot of places to put stuff.
Right.
Your missive has directed you to report to the Temple of St. Cuthbert. And obviously, being the only temple in town, you assume that is more than likely it.
Okay.
Adjust your mic.
As we're walking into town,
Since you refreshed.
I just kind of tap the barbarian and say, Yara, why don't you head on over to the inn, get yourself a bite to eat,
Pint of
back.
mead.
relax. I'll go see what they want.
Or 7.
Right. Whatever it is that you do to relax.
Oh, jeez.
Just don't kill anyone. And don't break anything. We don't have that much money. So, just go hang out at the inn for a little bit. I'm going to go to the temple and talk to Brother Mallard and see what's going on, and then I'll come get you when it's time to head out. Deal?
All right. She looks over at the end, starts walking over that way.
Okay.
At which point, the people inside the inn start barring the windows and the doors. Oh, jeez!
It's an invasion. It's a whole barbarian.
It's a horde! It's a horde of barbarian! Anyway,
So I head over to the temple.
alright, you head into the temple. Yara, you head into the inn. Since the inn is closer, you get there before he gets to the temple. You walk into the door. It's about mid-afternoon, so there's a few people inside the tavern area. It's moderately lit, so it's it's dark enough that people who want privacy still have that privacy, but it's bright, it's light enough to where you're not gonna trip over a chair while you walk to the bar and whatnot. There's serving wenches running around, handing drinks to local patrons of the tavern. And a fat, balding man with mutton chops at the bar, polishing a rag with a dirty dishcloth.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar.
All right, you walk up to the bar. Hold on a second. I want to try this out. We're going to try this out real quick. Hold on. We got to...
The suspense is killing me.
Oh, hello, dearie. Come in, come in. Oh, you'd look really weary. Oh, I'm a poet and didn't know it. You go get comfy by the fire and warm yourself up. Take the weight off your feet. Now, I've got some eggs and bacon on the go. All our livestock are lovingly reared and humanely, well, Or, if that doesn't take your fancy, I'm sure I could rustle you up something else. It's simple food, but all homegrown, freshly picked and wholesome. That's the secret for rosy cheeks and a...
Yeah. Let's do this one.
Welcome, honored guests. Come in, unburden yourselves, and rest your weary feet upon our velvet-lined chairs. Quench your parched throats with a mug of ale, and warm your bones by our hearth. We offer plush pillows, feather-stuffed beds, a warm fire, and, above all, a safe haven from whatever troubles you. Come, the register is right this way.
Sounds a little posh.
A little posh. How about this one?
Oh, hello there.
No. Hold on.
Are you lost?
No.
Well, get in.
Ah, there we go. Yes.
Well, get in and be quick about it. You're letting all the heat out. What gods cursed me so to have to cater to transients like you?
There we go.
Well,
Yes.
That's
got
the right one.
rooms. Some have beds. You want any or not? Oh, and if you don't have money, or you have some problem with rats, bugs, the lack of a wall, thieves, dead bodies, random smells, and disembodied voices, then you can just get the hells out.
I love it.
Perfect. Right
Oh,
there.
goodness. All right, so he says, "What'll you have?"
Give me drink and meat. I'll be by the fire.
Simple. I like that. All right. It'll be coming right to you. And then he wanders off into the back. So you wander. What are you doing? You standing? Are you gonna wander over to the fire like you said? Are you gonna stand there at the bar?
I'm gonna walk over to the fire now.
All right. You go and you sit down by the fire.
And everybody else moves away from it.
So, and then shortly after you sit down by the fire, a serving wench comes out with a tall mug of ale and sets it down next to you on a small table and says, "Here you go, Danny," and then walks off. Kevin, you reach the temple. What's up, Mal Redbash? You have reached the temple of St. Cuthbert.
Alright, push open the doors and get on in.
All right, as you walk open the doors, as you push open the doors and walk in, you see a few acolytes hanging around the entry antechamber there, and they go, "Oh, welcome to the Temple of St. Cuthbert. How may I serve you, sir?"
Brother Mallard sent for me. I need to see him right away.
Ah, yes, you would be the ranger that we'd sent for. Excellent. Come with me. And they lead you off to the chamber, the office of what appears to be the head of the order. And, there's a middle-aged, balding man sitting there reading a parchment. And he looks up and says, "What is it?" And the acolyte says, "This gentleman is here to see you. I believe he is the ranger we sent for." He says, "Ah, yes, excellent. Come in. He says, my name is Brother Mallard. I am the head of our local temple here. What is your name?"
Mallard Redbash, brother. It's a pleasure to meet you.
"Ah, yes,
I
likewise."
understand you have a problem. Here.
Yes, one of our brothers was accompanying some adventurers in discovering the whereabouts of some goblins that ransacked a local farm outside on the outskirts of the village. And this was about 3 weeks ago that they departed, and we haven't heard anything about them. After about a week, we started to get concerned, which is when we sent out a missive to have some experienced investigators come out and see if they could locate our brother and/or his companions to determine what happened to them or rescue them if they've been captured.
Goblins. Well, if I had to have a favorite prey, I guess that would be it.
Excellent. Well, we once they disappeared and we knew that it was goblins, we figured we should probably get a hold of somebody that has some experience in dealing with these beasts.
Well, you've made a wise choice, brother. I tell you, there's not much more I hate in this world than goblins.
Ooh, I hate the goblins with their wee beady eyes and that smug look on their face.
If they have any wargs with them, with the fangs.
Sharp, pointy teeth.
Sharp, pointy teeth.
There we go. We're caught up now.
So, exactly. He said, Brother Mallard says, we have also sent for a knight of our order to come out and accompany you on this mission. Let me see. I believe he is out practicing. Let me take you to him and introduce you to him. And he, walks out of the office and beckons you to follow him. As he goes out to the side to a work area outside the temple, you see a. What do you work out in, Sir Tristan, when you decide to come back? There he is! Sir Tristan, what are you wearing as you work out with your martial practice?
Full armor, the whole 9 yards.
All right.
Well.
Describe yourself.
Relatively tall. A little over 6 foot. I've got polished banded armor with the
Not you, Brian.
a little
her.
better. Oh.
Caitlin and her sigh into the microphone was like. That was loud.
Okay. Polished banded armor with the symbol of St. Cuthbert on the chest. Large. Kind of the kite shields. Also got the symbol on it. I've got my armor set up. Trying to think what else. He's got. He doesn't have his helmet on, so he's got kind of long, blondish hair.
Of course, blonde hair.
Of course.
Okay, still there.
And his chainmail vest.
Yeah. Trust me, if I could have wore the chainmail, that was gonna be it.
Okay, is this better with the mic?
Yeah. All right. So you see what you've just had described to you. Out practicing martial moves with I'm assuming a sword and shield, but I can't confirm until the black screen returns. And he's gone altogether. And he's back. And
Okay, I'm back.
there he is. Okay. All right. So, Brother Mallard and what appears to be a man of the woods is approaching you.
All right. I stopped playing with my sword.
Okay, so you're doing sword work? Were you using your shield?
Yes.
Okay. So you see him stop, and Brother Mallard comes over and says, Sir Tristan, this is Mal Redbash of the Ranger School from the capital of the duchy. We have acquired his services to assist you in tracking down our brother.
Well met, Sir Ranger.
Mal, Sir Tristan, Mal.
Sir Knight.
And then I will leave you to your planning to begin your journey to locate our brother. Any supplies you may need, we will provide as needed. Within reasons, of course, as our budget is meager.
Every time we've met this guy, it's all about money.
It really is.
Are you sure?
Wow. Thank you, Brother Mallard. If we need anything from you, we'll send for you.
Excellent. And I await your findings eagerly. And then he turns on and walks off back into the temple.
Okay.
Yara, a buxom serving wench has approached you with a platter of meat and sets it down in front of you. Steaming, medium rare pile of roasted flesh. You think it's some sort of lamb or beef, but you can't quite tell.
It's dead
A
animal.
horse, or mule, or goat.
It doesn't really matter, honestly.
She just starts eating right away.
You've noticed that your cup of ale has run out. It is empty. You've drank
She picks up the cup and kind of bangs it on the table a few times.
The other patrons of the tavern turn and look at you. It kind of quiets down a little bit.
She holds it up.
A wench comes over. Yes, my lady.
More drink.
Oh yes, coming right away. Takes your cup and runs off. You see this rather.
I'm waiting for bring the barrel.
You see this this pretty large guy walks up to you and says, "Hey, want to arm wrestle, miss?"
You could not take me, you puny man.
Whoa. What? Oh. Ooh, she's a feisty filly, she is. Oh, I think we can. Let's do this. And he pulls up a bench and sits next to the table and slaps his arm on it and says, "Let's do it, come on."
She picks food up, sets it next to her, and she puts her arm on the table.
He says, "I'll go easy on you, baby." So he's got his hand out.
She grabs it, ready to arm wrestle.
All right, and then he says, "Go!" So go ahead and roll 1d20, and let me know if it's under your strength.
Oh,
My strength?
Yeah, you got
it's
it.
an 18.
And you just and you slam his arm into the table.
The poor table.
And he's like, "Oi! Well, you're a strong one, aren't you?"
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. She continues eating.
Picks the plate back
Like
up.
he's just an annoyance.
Interrupted mealtime. Crank.
He's lucky she didn't rip his arm off and start gnawing on it.
So he kind of half staggers back to over to his friends, rubbing his arm. All right. So what are you two doing?
Well, we need to talk about this, Sir Tristan. What do you know? What information have you?
Yes, we do. Do you have any experience in this area?
Oh, yes, I've killed my fair share of goblins. 1 or 2 wargs as well.
Good, good. It'll be nice to work with someone with some experience. We
A fair shot with a bow.
we will have to find out which direction they went.
Shouldn't be too hard. I mean, the trail is 3 weeks old, according to Brother Mallard, but if they can point us in, apparently there's a burnt down farmhouse somewhere nearby. I would imagine that that's the direction that they went.
In your previous
Yes, we can
discussions
start
with
there.
in your previous discussions with Brother Mallard, Sir Tristan, you were given a map pointing to the location of the farmhouse.
Okay. Well, that's helpful.
Yeah.
So, I probably need to tell you, Sir Tristan, there's a third member of our party. I don't know if Brother Mallard told you or not. Stand by.
Standing by.
Okay.
All right.
So, there is a third member of our party.
Really? And that can be quite helpful.
Well, and she will be very helpful.
He kind of raises an eyebrow. She?
She. Traveling companion of mine that, well, quite honestly, we've helped each other out of a tight spot occasionally. Barbarian. Laxing, I would assume, over at the inn at the moment. Can be very useful.
And you'll vouch for her character?
Absolutely.
Very well. Then I will stand by your recommendation of her.
Excellent. I think it best, out of character, what time of day is it?
It is middle late afternoon.
Okay. Sir Tristan, I think it best that perhaps we rest up for the night, get an early start in the morning, and see what we can do about making the most of our day and trying to track down exactly where this previous party went to. I'm sure that once we get to this farmhouse, I hope the trail hasn't gone too cold so that maybe we can find something that will lead us to whatever direction they went into, and hopefully we don't find remains.
Yes, I'll leave that in your capable hands. I'll be quite willing to follow your lead on such things. Plus, you have traveled, so that will be time for you to rest and prepare for a exciting day, I'm hoping.
Well, I certainly hope so as well. Sir Knight, go ahead and prepare yourself for the rest of the day. Do whatever it is that you need to do as far as praying and such. I'll go gather my companion at the inn. We'll make reparations for ourselves and get ourselves a room and say we meet town center at the well tomorrow morning, early at dawn.
First light, yes. And so I go back to my practice.
I'm heading out to the inn to hopefully find that nothing has been broken and nobody has been broken, and that, you know, maybe I have enough coin on me to pay for any damages that may have been caused.
Yes. All right. So the paladin goes off to perform his nightly whatevers, and then you meander through the village. You know, the sun's starting to set. It's got a nice golden glow and everything. There's somebody lighting the lanterns on the outside of the tavern and whatnot, or the outside of the inn. And as you walk in, you know, you come into the common area there. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? Why'd you disappear on me? That's not cool. Oh, there we go. And then you see your companion sitting over by the fire with a half-eaten plate of meat and a couple of emptied tankards of ale. You see a couple people over there, like everybody, you know, at one table there's like 3 guys whispering together. One guy's rubbing his arm, and they're all kind of looking over at the barbarian. And
yeah, she didn't break anybody permanently.
I just kind of chuckled to myself and look over at Yara. And anybody dead?
Not yet. It's still young, though.
Well, that's good. Listen, we have a job to do. Let's not make these people mad by doing something that we shouldn't be doing. Just to satisfy my curiosity, though. Who initiated, I'm guessing, what is the arm wrestling contest? Was it him or you?
Him. He interrupted supper.
Well, then he's the fool. So, just a real quick to let you know what's going on. There is a paladin at the temple. The 3 of us are heading out at first light. Apparently there was another party that came before us looking for some goblins. And about 3 weeks ago they disappeared. So it's now upon us to not only find that party, but possibly take care of the goblin problem as well. You up for a little adventure?
Always. There is fighting, right?
Oh, there's going to be fighting. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. So, have you had enough to eat and drink?
Let me finish this plate, and then I shall be good.
Okay. Would you like to sleep inside, or do you want to just camp out?
Let's sleep outside. It seems cleaner.
Okay. All right. Well, as soon as you're done, meet me outside, and I'll start setting up a little camp.
All right.
all
So
right.
I'm heading outside. I'm going to go basically just outside the town gate.
Yeah, you go outside the town gate. You see there's a nice little patch of woodlands shortly to the southwest of the village.
Okay.
It seems like it'd be a good place to find a woodsy campsite for the night.
All right. So yeah, I'll go check that out. If it's suitable, I'll go ahead and start up a fire. And since my companion has already eaten, see if I
Yes.
can't snag me a rabbit. couple squirrels, whatever.
Ah, yes. You find a brace of you find some nocturnal rabbits running around.
All right, yeah. Let me see if I can snag one of those.
All right.
You blow them apart with the damage you do for your bow.
He's and it turns into a fine red mist.
Maybe I'll just take its head off.
It's like hunting rabbits with a 50 cal.
What, is there another way to do it? I'm sorry. Have I been doing it wrong?
All right. Let's see. Let's do this. All right, we'll do that one. Yeah. All right. So you take aim. Go ahead and roll your attack. And you nailed the bunny.
Well played, well played.
All right. Howling wolves. Oh my. All right, so you've got...
There's no wolf.
So you have your rabbit. Now what do you do?
Skin him, cook him.
All right. We start a campfire.
Yep. Well, naturally.
All right. You pick up the rabbit. It's yummy. It's delicious. It nourishes you for the night.
Good.
I would say probably about an hour later, your companion comes staggering out. Not so much staggering, but you know, just feeling good.
Sauntering.
Without looking up, I just kind of shake my head and, yeah, after you finish that plate, huh?
She had to finish the
I
barrel.
was thirsty.
All right. So the night goes by. Who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
All right. Let's do this.
Let my barbarian friend try to sleep a little bit of it off.
All right. Your watch goes uneventful. How long were you going to be on watch for?
Well, what time would you say it was that Yara finally came out and decided to call it a night?
About 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
First light would be, say, 5?
Yeah, about 6 o'clock.
6?
Yeah.
So we're looking at, wow, that's 11 hours.
Yeah.
Do 4 hours.
Okay. 4 hours go by, uneventful. Nothing happens. What do you do?
From as far away as I can, with my foot, I try to nudge the barbarian and say, "Wake up! It's your turn to watch."
You feel a foot nudging you, waking you from a peaceful dream of running through the snowy countryside.
She looks up at him. And, my turn already?
Up. It's your turn. I need to get some sleep as well.
She stands up. Hurry up then.
Yeah, I'm out.
All right. How long are you taking watch for? Because it is now 11 p.m.
Mm. 6 hours then?
All right. Your 6-hour watch is uneventful. The time has come. After 6 hours, what do you do?
She goes over there and pushes him real hard.
Rolls him down a hill.
Grunts. As he rolls into the fire. Saving throw. Saving throw.
Saving throw. All right. I'm up. Jeez. Learn to have a gentle touch every once in a while.
I thought I was being gentle.
Okay.
All right.
Rub my eyes awake and take a look around. Realize it's about 5 o'clock.
Yep. It's about an hour before sunrise.
We've got an hour before dawn. We need to pack up and we need to get ourselves ready. We're to meet the paladin at the well at dawn. So let's go ahead and take care of camp. We'll pack up and we'll head on over.
All right. May I put out the fire this time?
Yeah, just let me get away first.
She's kicking dirt on the fire.
All right. The fire is successfully extinguished.
Starts fanning it with a blanket.
And
I was gonna have her like stomp in there though.
All right. So dawn has appeared. The sun is rising. The birds are chirping. And so Tristan, you wake up. You ready yourself. Head out to the designating meeting place, and you see your ranger companion and a very tall. What's your hair color?
Red.
Bright red, barbarian Amazon standing next to him, in all leathers, just ripped. Your strength's 18, right? What's your strength?
Oh, 18.
Yeah, she's very ripped.
She's ripped. Big cloak.
Nice bare head.
On the shoulder. Don't forget about.
Does she roll the percentile for strength, or is that fighter only?
It's fighter only.
Okay.
I mean, even like your percentile doesn't add fighter percentile to the strength bonuses and whatnot. It's just a designation of where you're going. Only fighter gets exceptional strength.
We may want to check that later because I think
I checked
it does say. Oh, okay.
I was scouring things going, does the ranger get exceptional strength? No, it's only fighters. That's the fighter's bonus for being a fighter. Because Cavalier, Barbarian, Ranger, they've got all these extra abilities. The fighter can swing a sword.
And swing it well.
And swing it well.
I got fighter.
That's why they get the exceptional strength bonus, because that's their class bonus.
All right, so
Also
we're all met
known
up.
as the short wrong end of the stick.
So, at that point, I think we should call it a night, as it is 11 o'clock.
All right.
All right, that'll work.
And that gives us a place to launch off from next time.
Well, I
Which
think
was-
it was a good session. Nobody died. Nobody got hurt.
Yep.
Well, one guy got hurt, but that was his own fault. I mean,
And it was more of a bruising him than a hurt, but
You know, I'm sure his ego was a bit bruised as well.
yes.
Oh, look, a female. I'm sure I can take her in an arm. Wow.
Little did he know the rippling muscles underneath the cloak. She sat there drinking her ale and eating her meat.
Seriously, though, you see somebody sitting there with this big fur cloak with a bear head on the shoulder. There should be like an intimidation roll or something like that.
Yes,
Or
but
at
you
least
know,
an intelligence roll.
those are lessened tremendously by the application of liberal amounts of like alcohol. So
Oh, yeah.
True. All right, so
Anyway,
looks
hey,
like
I need you
the
guys. I need you guys to stick around after I end the stream.
Sure.
'Cause
Okay.
I'll discuss some things. But yeah, it looks like we have the 16th. Did you say?
Yep. 16th and the 30th of this month.
Ooh, it's a threefer. All right, so yes. And unless anybody's got anything going on holiday wise or anything around that time.
No.
Now, the 16th is my company Christmas party,
Okay.
but that's usually over well before 6 o'clock because they kind of do it, like 2 to 5.
Okay.
So it's more of a family Christmas party type.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They give gifts for the kids and pictures with Santa, and then we have a drawing that, in the almost 10 years I've worked for them, I have won a pack of 3 DVDs.
They were nice movies, though.
Yeah, well, considering some of the gifts are like 4 brand new tires for your vehicle, or $250 gift certificates and stuff like that, I got the 3 movies.
That's right.
All right then. All right, then let's call it a night. I'm going to end the stream. So besides having more technical difficulties and delaying the stream, I think we got everything resolved and we're off to a good start. Everybody's ready to step out into the adventure and proceed to find out what happened to the previous party in the search for the goblins. So hope you'll join us in 2 weeks, and we'll see you soon. Have a good night.